frustrated with 9 to 5 and realized that you just don't want to do it. You just want to spend time on stuff you love. So that was the first inkling that I had, like, okay, there's a path here and I need to find out where I exist. Originally it was, okay, I've got my surfing. I've been surfing since the age of 10, but I want to sort of protect that in a way because I didn't want that to turn into work. And then because I was scared that I was, sorry, I think that was me. I was scared that I was going to turn it into something that I wouldn't enjoy. Like, you know, it would become a frustration for me that as work was constantly becoming. So I sort of left that to the side a little bit and kept it as a mission, but allowed to pursue my own health and well-being story as a vocation instead. And so that started off with me speaking on stage and I guess teaching classes, which then turned into online classes and courses and echoed in the CHEK Institute. It really comes down to listening to your intuition in a big way. Paul might call this listening to your soul or whatever. For me, it was just, you know, listening to my gut and sort of allowing the universe to slightly steer me in the direction that it wanted me to go. And surfing kept popping up, you know, these opportunities around surfing kept popping up. And I made the Gut movie, which was a tremendous success. And it was a super rigorous journey because we self-funded that film. You know, so I had to raise a bunch of money. I had to spend a lot of money to go into a lot of debt to get that film finished. And then it was like this big relief once it was done, but I was exhausted. And then even then I was like, okay, let's do the longevity film, the next project. And again, I had to raise money, had to spend a lot of money, even more than the Gut movie, ended up in even more debt and had to gradually make it back again, you know? So by the end of those two films, I went, I think I'm done. You know, I feel like after going to those cultures in the longevity film, these people don't have those sort of jobs. They're not always pushing uphill, you know, they're sort of cruising. And I thought, I need to feel that again. I need to feel that sort of cruisy motion again, where I'm challenged creatively, but not to the point where I'm thinking, oh, my money's going to run out. I'm not going to be able to buy food cruising.
Yeah, great, man. It's amazing. And just by hearing you talking about the longevity film, yeah, when I was watching it, I was really it made me laugh at the introduction of the movie because you go, you know, you having your chai latte or your turmeric latte in the morning, and you explain everything that is going on, but in the end is all about, you know, myself coming from an Italian background and La Bella Vita, and, you know, like the slow moving pace. And I guess growing up, you kind of experience it a little bit like that. Yeah, I mean, what is health? It makes you question what is really health. Your experience with Donald?
Yeah, I mean, I think I had been surfing. I've been surfing a lot in the last 10 years. And I just found that my body could not keep up with the surfing that I wanted it to do. I was surfing at probably an advanced level, and, you know, I hadn't really put in the fundamental work to really structure my body in a way to support that. So I was breaking down with some stuff, particularly in terms of like paddling, over stress of the upper thoracic, and I ended up with some degeneration of my upper thoracic spine, and that was impinging a nerve in my neck, and I kept getting some stuff happening. So it ended up being pretty serious. And then so I called Donal because I had done, at that point, I'd already done CHEK Exercise Coach and HLC 1 and 2. And I knew a lot of stuff, but I also knew that I wasn't applying it. And working with Donal was a big piece of the accountability puzzle with me. And even still now, I'm training with him once a week, just to keep myself on path, because without that level of accountability, it's just really difficult for me to get in the gym. I just don't naturally enjoy going to the gym. I just want to surf. So it's one of those things, like I really appreciate it, but at the same time, I'm not an enthusiast. So it's been great working with Donal because he picks up things that you just don't get with anyone else. You know, you don't get outside of the CHEK program. If you go to somewhere like Fitness First and you ask for a trainer, like they're just going to smash you until you vomit. And I've seen that happen before. It's pathetic, you know. So maybe not just Fitness First, by the way, but just at an establishment like that.
I get you.
Yes. So working with Donal has been really good. And whenever I work with him the day after, I feel incredible. Even if I'm sore, I feel very stable. I feel very aligned, and I generally have some pretty good surfs if I'm not too fatigued. So I have to tell him when the surf's going to be good after our session. So we do a light session. But if it's going to be flat for a few days, he'll pump me a little bit harder. So it's been good. It's such a different way to train, to not just be given reps and given sets and all this sort of stuff, but be given advice and then watched really closely and given cues during the exercise, and ask for feedback. How are you feeling? What are you doing? How's the body feel? How did you react to that one? All that sort of stuff. It's such a more precise way to train, and it just works for me. Ido Portal sort of style stuff, which I think is beautiful, to watch, and it obviously works. Like for me, it just doesn't inspire me that much. And I know that when I partake in those sort of exercises, I don't feel particularly great afterwards. Whereas training with Donal and getting specific, it just really works for my body. It's been super informative, and it's a little embarrassing at times because I'm not the greatest in the gym. But it's fun. It's cool. It's good to have that sense of accountability.
Yeah, it's actually just by watching a few of your videos, there was a one with you and Donald was showing you an exercise that he did it with no problem, and you tried to do it, and you, how did you do that? And when you work with people like them, like Donald, Susie, and Jen, or many of other that are out there that they've been doing it for a long time and they're really good at it, they really open up. So fantastic, you moving into a van. That's another adventure.
Yeah, so we decided a while ago, we were toying with the idea of getting a weekender van, but we thought, let's just do it properly, and we bought a nice big Sprinter, and we've spent the last few months doing it up. So yeah, we're going to move into that, and that's going to be a big part of the YouTube series and moving forward. And yeah, we'll probably be up your way for quite some time, I think.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Oh, epic. Well, Kale, well, I'm blown away. I mean, you really, give me so many information, and so you share so much.
Yeah, and it's something we should value.